swings in your kitchen.
Buying new construction.
An Eviction Moratorium 2.0 coming at you.
And that's what we're talking about today.
Right now.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rob and Ange Real Estate Show. I'm Angela O'Hare, your favorite Las Vegas realtor.
And I'm Rob Hau, Rockstar Realtor.
And welcome to episode 16.
16, that's 2 8s. I like 8s.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, Ange.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. You can barely see our Christmas trees a little in the background.
Yeah, it's
We're getting ready for
Christmas
holidays.
time. Almost holiday time.
Yeah. There's Hanukkah going on right now, and then Kwanzaa, and of course, Christmas.
That's right. And who would ever want to forget Festivus for the rest of us?
What's that Adam Sandler song that he used to, Happy Hanukkah or Merry Christmaka?
Merry Christmas Hanukkah?
I thought it was Christmaka.
I don't know.
Oh, well. So I found this awesome picture in one of my favorite real estate groups that I told you about last week.
Right.
And this is a doozy.
Yeah, it's a doozy. And I think it's for swingers.
Swinging in the kitchen.
Somebody's getting real creative.
Yes.
Real
and
creative.
It's a beautiful kitchen, but why would you add a swing in, by the island?
Somebody thought it was a great idea. They were like,
look what I can do.
Yeah.
And it's like, not every idea is a sweet one, right?
No, not at all. I mean, it's a cool concept, but I just don't think I would have it in my kitchen.
It's a cool, yeah, you're totally right, though. It's a cool concept that's been around for a long time, and it belongs in your backyard.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So
not in the kitchen.
let's not swing in our kitchens.
Yeah, I can just imagine myself as a little kid swinging on that thing, busting my knee on the freaking kitchen counter.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just maybe that's what they want. I don't know.
An accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
I hope you watched our market update that we just posted on Monday. It went over all the new home sales. So we thought it would be a great tip to talk about when you're buying new construction, why you need your own real estate agent to represent you.
And number one reason is because we're free. Not just free and available, less that and more that it's free to you.
What are the benefits of having a real estate agent represent you? Now, the caveat is if you want to buy a new home build, you need to make sure that your real estate agent goes with you on the very first visit to all the new home builders. I did that this weekend. We went and saw maybe 5 new home construction sites, and every one of them I registered my clients.
Yeah. Or at the very least, you got to just go in there like a running back in football and tell the sales agent, I'm just here to look and do not register. And make sure you swing back with your agent and register with them if you're interested in one of those homes.
My clients wanted to go look at some new homes in Lake Las Vegas, and I wasn't able to help them today. So they told me they were just going to make up some fake names.
Yeah, well, they're not going to force anybody. They're going to let people go into their model homes.
Right.
But first of all, having representation that is separate from the seller is what I think is most important. That is really actually the number one rule. It's not because it's free, but our representation is free. But it's actually so that you have that separate representation.
Yes, because that buyer's agent or the seller's agent that's in the new home build represents the builder, which is the seller.
Yeah.
And then if they represent you, that's doing what we've talked about, dual.
They're a dual agency now at that point. So in respects to that keeping out of the gray areas, I think you should absolutely be represented, and by somebody who knows new homes, and the process and all the things you're going to go through. The truth is that it is easier for us to sell a new home overall, although there's a lot of stuff that we still do behind the scenes, and sometimes you're waiting for months. So it sounds easy, but there's still a lot to it. You've got to be represented by somebody besides the builder.
Yeah, and my perfect analogy is if you were to go to court, you wouldn't want to go to court without a lawyer. So when you buy a new home, you want to have a real estate agent represent you.
Yeah, you're creating a relationship with your agent that why would you want to have to go look around for another real estate agent if you're happy with them from the very beginning? Now, if you decide years later you want to sell the home or whenever, you've got an agent that, like us, we're going to be still in this business. We're in it for the long haul. And we create our relationships and we hold on to them for many, many years. So now you've created that kind of that synergy between somebody. You've created something that I think is special and valuable in the long run, because, when we get repeat customers, we want to take care of them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You should remember that, folks.
And I have a client that's buying a new home, and they like my advice on what type of upgrades they should add to produce value for resale.
Absolutely. Now, some of these sales agents are smart, and they know as well, but they're just, sometimes they're not going to be as educated as somebody who's doing it day in and day out, selling multiple homes all the time, and has been.
What buyers are asking for, looking for.
Right. I mean, to be completely real here, a sales agent at a builder, just their clientele walks in and comes to them. They just have to know that product that's there. We have to know a number of things. And why that's important is because it matters when you go to sell. We have to know what's happening with the entirety of the market, not just in that neighborhood at that time.
Exactly.
So,
something to think about.
Absolutely.
Market update.
Market updating.
So, for the week of December 6th through the 12th, there were 621 single-family homes that sold, which is actually down 200 from the week before of 821. And as we know, we've talked about this in a couple of our episodes, is because of that having Thanksgiving buildup.
Yeah. A lot of people waited till after Thanksgiving, and then so a whole bunch dropped in after that. Now we have a slight low, but I think we'll probably see it continue to be pretty strong.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, for the rest of December is going to be a very strong month. Now, I know that because December numbers are based off of November selling.
Right.
So right now it's starting to slow down for me, thankfully, where I'm not out every day showing houses. And so January numbers are going to probably be a lot lower just because we have the holidays right now going on.
Yeah, I have seen a little bit more traditional pumping the brakes. Plus, we have had some different things happening with what the governor's orders have been, and that's not just in our state. That's other states as well. So everybody's kind of like clamping up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe certainly not a full clamp down, but just a slight bit slower. I still see it being, though, every house that's really good that comes on the market goes really fast.
And so then we go into the luxury sales, and we're back at 22. Seems to be a consistent number.
22.
Compared to the week before of 29, so just a 7-home decrease from the week before. But 22 over $1 million homes is a lot still.
Yeah, well, I think that's indicative of the strength of the overall market.
Yes.
When you see the big money going and those sales continuing, tells me a lot.
Yep.
That's why I'm glad we go over those numbers weekly.
Yes.
And that's why you should be happy too.
Yes, it makes us more knowledgeable agents.
That's right. We have knowledge.
So when you call me, I can say,
I know what I'm talking about.
That's right. No, for real though. Good to know those numbers.
yeah, definitely. Next is in the news.
In the news.
In the news.
There has been announcements made about the pause in Nevada being continued. The pause on, I don't really know, I guess our entire economy.
Well, I have a question, and this has been burning on my mind. If everyone's already wearing a mask, and we've had these strict mask guidelines, how are we having all these high increases?
Well, yeah,
It is a good question. The truth must lie either in that masks are not very effective, or that people behind the scenes are still cruising together and
Sure.
spreading it around.
So he's extending the pause until
Right.
January 15th. And then he had another announcement on the residential eviction
The
moratorium.
eviction moratorium. And this is interesting because it was just kind of floating out there in the ether. There wasn't anything.
Right.
And now he's decided to go ahead and put it into effect again. The eviction moratorium is back, 2.0 until March. That's what we know.
That's all we know. I mean, we don't want anyone homeless.
Yeah, of course. And I think that during the holidays is a good time to make sure that's not happening. This brings to mind a couple of things. First of all, I remember around Thanksgiving, they were talking about that they didn't want everybody to get together for Thanksgiving and
right.
spread it more.
Right.
So now I think this is a prediction I will make that they will be saying to everybody, watch out getting together for Christmas. They're going to be trying to get, make sure that there's not too many people doing that and really pushing people away from doing that. And that is why they extended that till January 15th, the pause. And additionally, I think that the eviction moratorium is a potential setup for if they have to do further measures more than a pause, which I would be really, really upset if we had to do that. I think everybody would. We'd all want to know exactly why that was happening. And of course, we know there's what's out there. We know it's the virus. We know these things. But, we just, God, I hope it's not a setup for a further, lockdown.
So today I was reading an article on the Review Journal, and I found something that was very interesting, that there's a builder in North Las Vegas that started building rental single-family homes. His name is Randy Burry, and he's going to, and it should be completed by February 2021, building, 185 single-family homes?
That's right. Single story, single-family homes.
And they are not going to have garages, though.
No garages.
But yards.
Yes, but they will have yards.
Because, and I think this is a very great concept, because as everyone knows, and we've talked about in numerous shows about how low the rental market is.
Oh, yeah.
It's only going to help 185 families, but still, we need that relief when it comes to rental homes.
Yeah, it would appear that we're pretty squished down on what we have available for rental homes. And that's that. You can just judge that by trying to find one.
Yeah.
We
go over this every time.
Yeah. So every time we talk about rentals, we just know that it's very difficult. So is that a temporary thing? That's the question. Are these moratoriums sort of making that a temporary thing? Or is it just we do need more rental properties? Well, this person back last year, before all of this stuff happened in 2020, they actually set this project in motion. So they were betting long before this, but I'm sure they're pretty happy with what's been happening to some degree. But we do need, and what I'm thinking is that maybe it stabilizes our market to have more availability, because I think that it's getting a little expensive. I mean, these people that have been here renting for a long time aren't like the people that are coming here to rent. The people that are coming here to rent are like, hey, $1,600-$1,700, no problem.
No problem.
Let's do it.
I mean, that's crazy. My mortgage is $1,700.
Right. Well, it's why people are buying as much as they can, right? Because it's less. But the people who've been here for many years, and they're going, wait a minute, like I was getting a decent rental for $1,200 not long ago, well, guess what?
Yeah.
It's not happening that way anymore. So people like that are smart to do so, I think.
Yeah, and it's great. Unfortunately, I have been having a lot of people reach out to me wanting me to find apartments for them and or rentals. And at this time, unfortunately, and we say this over and over, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Especially with apartments. That's just something that we don't do. No. And that you can go into apartments.com and find an apartment here in the Valley.
Apartments, you're definitely on your own, and really just for close friends and family, personally, I can do a little bit of help. But let me tell you, it's not easy, and you're just going to have to be diligent. You're going to have to be doing some things that you're going to go, Rob, are you crazy? Right. And I'm going to say, well, do you want a rental? Because I'm not crazy. I just know how to do it. You have to do your own
research when it comes to rentals, because they do post them on Zillow. The rentals are on Zillow, and I'm sure there's rent.com too. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to do your own research and call those agents that have those rental listings.
The problem is none of those agents are returning the calls on them either. So, it's tough out there. So what I do is I just send people the thing, and then they want to know where to apply. Here you go. There's where you go to apply. If we spend any time going and looking at a property, which, in general is not something I have a lot of time to do anyways.
Yeah.
And right now, we have no time to do that. We could not, if you said, I have to look at this home before I rent it, I'd say, well, then that's not a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. And, as always, if you like this,
I'll try that again.
Thank you so much for watching.
Rock on.
Oh. Thank you so much for watching.
Rock on.
Okay.
Stay tuned to next week's special edition where we're going to have a holiday episode.
That's right. Holiday special. Ching,
Holiday
ching,
special.
ching, ching, ching.
Let us know in the comments what you think of the Robin and Real Estate Show. If there's anything that we need to change, modify. We're always trying to evolve and make things fun. And again, we are going to hopefully bring in 2 new characters next year.
Yeah. Plus,
Sally, Rocco, and Prey are still be reoccurring characters. However, we're going to bring in new characters as well.
We might even get a little best of show going at the beginning of the year. We were talking about maybe skipping a week, but I think we should do a best of. What do you think?
Yeah, we're going to do a best of right after the New Year's, a best of Robin Ann's Real Estate Show, where it's probably just going to be a lot of bloopers and fun, just a montage of fun things of us messing up, I guess.
Sounds awesome to me. I think it'll be one of the best episodes ever.
Yep. As always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, share with a friend, and smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, you can smack it. You can
Smack.
like the crud out of things.
Yep.
You can tell your friends and neighbors that they're missing out.
Thank you so much for watching.
Rock on.
But do it peacefully.
And we'll see you on the next one. Woo! 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 Woo!